You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports 2. Let's talk about Lamar Jackson. We got some juicy tidbits about Lamar Jackson. As we know, there's a bunch of drama going on there. And by bunch of drama, we mean there's a contract that he wants. There's a contract that we don't know that the Ravens want to give him. There's a franchise tag period that opened today. We've got Lamar Jackson sending cryptic messages over his Instagram, or as Bill Belichick would say, his Instaface. Or is it his FaceTime, his face page? Who knows? That's the kind of charming things I like about Bill Belichick. The connected, but yet just enough boomer old man connected to be on the outside looking in. He knows something's going on there, but he really doesn't give a rat's. I like that. I do. I like that, and I can kind of relate to it, even though I'm not as old as Bill Belichick. So, also, we do not know if Aaron is out of his darkness retreat yet. My guess is he probably is. Somewhere burning the phone up, talking to Brian Gutekunst after the Packers pretty much destroyed A-Rod. Yeah, pretty much destroyed him, even though he kind of holds the cards. I still wonder if he's going to force a trade to the NFC. I know they can tell him no, but he can also make their lives a living hell. And that salary can, instead of him agreeing to renegotiate it or move it around, which he has self-admitted he thought he was going to have to do, he knows that, he could choose not to and just hammer the franchise. So you might be like, wait a minute, I thought this was a Lamar Jackson video. It is, but you got to remember, the Jets are very much a rumored destination for Lamar Jackson if things go south with A-Rod, with Derek Carr. Who knows? Lamar Jackson might be their first choice, and we don't know it. Okay, so let's get to this. I still think the Falcons make a lot of sense here. I really do. Window to use franchise tags is now open. This was PFT early this morning. Tuesday marks an important date in the NFL's offseason calendar. The window for teams to use franchise or transition tags is now open. Teams can apply the tags at any point between now and 3 p.m. Eastern on March 7th, and any player who receives a tag will be able to continue negotiating a long-term deal with their team through July 15th. Each team can only use one tag, which will make it a tough decision for the Giants, as they have quarterback Daniel Jones and running back Saquon Barkley on their way to free agency. Daniel Jones wants 45 large. What? Okay. And look, I'm a Daniel Jones guy. I am. I like Daniel Jones. I mean, I kind of got vindicated this year because I stuck with Daniel Jones. You're not $45 million worthy. Honestly, I don't think you're $35 million worthy. You might be like $28.5 worthy. I'm just being honest. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, Chiefs left tackle Orlando Brown, Commanders defensive tackle Daron Payne, Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith, Raiders running back Josh Jacobs, and Cowboys running back Tony Pollard are among those who could end up being tagged. In case you're wondering, in case you're scoring at home or even if you're alone, quarterback is $32.416 million with an M, million. Okay, let's get to a couple of juicy things involving Lamar Jackson. Remember how the Ravens said that Lamar would very much be a part of the offensive coordinator selection? Oh, he's going to be involved because 200% he will be here. Nobody knows what Lamar Jackson's future holds, what it looks like, more than himself and the Ravens, but CBS NFL insider Jonathan Jones recently revealed some worrisome news following the team's hiring of offensive coordinator Todd Monken. I actually kind of like that hire. It feels sneaky good. Quote, per sources, it's my understanding that the Ravens did not fully integrate quarterback Lamar Jackson into the hiring process for the new offensive coordinator, tweeted Jones. Yeah. He is the guy that replaced Jason La-Canfora over at CBS. Baltimore originally stated that Jackson would play a key role in the hiring of a new offensive coordinator after parting ways with OC Greg Roman. The organization has also said it is 200% committed to the 2019 NFL MVP. A little tidbit today on Boomer and Geo. Boomer Esiason, and guys, it's pretty remarkable how locked in Boomer is on goings-on in the NFL, mainly because he's got so many of these contacts with players and coaches and personnel guys in his phone, okay? In his phone. He reaches out. He talks to these people firsthand. And he made a comment today about the fact, because, you know, Lamar is sort of in play for the Jets, so he does come up on their New York radio show. He did say today that there is a real feeling around the Ravens that Lamar Jackson just gave up on the team. That is real. That is a real thing, and that there are people around the Ravens that feel like Lamar Jackson just gave up. Just because he could have went out there and played, and he chose not to during the playoffs. Okay, and there were people that felt like his knee was good enough to get his ass on the field, and he didn't do it. Okay, so that's something to consider. And look, John Harbaugh kind of said something very much like that. I made a video on that. We know how Michael Vick felt about that. Lamar Jackson hints at Ravens drama in cryptic Instagram tweets. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson had a cryptic message for his Instagram followers the day before NFL teams can use the franchise tag, which is now today. Jackson's first photo on his story contained the message, quote, "No matter how much genuine love you show, it'll never be enough," with an emoji with symbols on the face as to say, "So F it." Okay, so this was it right here, with a angry one and then a froze out. This guy's freezing right here. He's not feeling the love. Then he added an image of an upper body with vibrant flames engulfing its head. While it's unclear what exactly Jackson is referring to, the post come at an intriguing juncture in his career as he's seeking a long-term contract. And this is the other one. That's an explosion. And my only guess is Lamar Jackson's getting irritated in all this. And all I've got to say is, dude, get an agent. Get an agent. It wasn't the first time this offseason that Jackson has used his Instagram story as a vessel for cryptic hints. Following the team's season-ending loss, Jackson posted a message that stated, quote, "When you have something good, you don't play with it. You don't take chances in losing it. You don't neglect it. When you have something good, you pour into it. You appreciate it. Because when you take care of something good, that good thing takes care of you." Now, all right, so there's some interesting tidbits on this too. Number one, Miami is sort of floating around out there as a rumor right now, oddly enough, as a potential destination. And I've seen that before, but it had long since sort of cooled down. But there's some talk of maybe Lamar Jackson and Tua in a swap, maybe an extra pick going to the Ravens. I don't know what kind of pick, like if it's a third or something along with Tua, to the Ravens for Jackson. Would that actually be a thing? Then we've got the fact that both quarterbacks tend to stay hurt. You know, that's a thing. Nobody knows how many more hits Tua can take. So if you're the Ravens, you're taking sort of a big-ass gamble there if you were to do that deal, right? So there's that's floating around out there. And the other thing, back to Daniel Jones, guys, I don't know if you noticed, he got a new agent, all right? He changed agents. And one of the feelings was he changed agents because his other agent, and this is just speculation, This is educated speculation, okay? And when I say educated speculation, what I mean is somebody that probably talked to somebody that was involved with said previous agent or is involved with Daniel Jones. I don't know. But I would think if it was involved with Daniel Jones, you wouldn't want it out there. But said former agent of Daniel Jones may have come right out and told Daniel Jones, you are no $45 million quarterback. They're not going to pay you that. Nor is anybody else. But my point in telling that story is that's exactly the story. That's exactly the kind of honesty that Lamar Jackson needs. You're not getting the Deshaun Watson contract. Sorry, you're not. And look, if he was to get it, because there's a feeling out there that he may end up with a guaranteed deal. But if you're going to do a guaranteed deal, there's got to be some kind of discount involved. Okay? In other words, look, we'll give you a guaranteed deal, but it's going to be like 5 years, $150 guaranteed. That's it. Nothing extra. No. I mean, that's the base salary. That's it. Period. It's all guaranteed. Ta-da. Okay? And you might be like, well, that's $30 million a year. That's under his worth. Okay, you wanted an all guaranteed contract. So instead of getting that colorful 5-year $200 million with that extra 50 and all the goodies in there, your offer is the all guaranteed one at a discount. In other words, instead of getting 40, you're getting 30. All right? Because 40's got some things attached to it, like you got to play a certain amount, blah, 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 blah. We know all the bonus stuff, right? So you get the point, though. You get the point there. Now, none of that ever accounts for a desperate organization, too, which is what went down with Deshaun Watson. But the consensus is everybody in the league has agreed that Deshaun Watson deal will never happen again. Okay, so, and when I mean everybody, I'm talking about owners. So, anyway, I always bring that up in Lamar Jackson videos because I like Lamar Jackson. He does not have an agent, and that is an incredibly bad move because it's only you and it's only the club. There's no buffer to shield you from all of the bad things that are going to be said. So you're going to take it personally, okay? Because, yeah, a club flat tells an agent, we don't think that sumbitch is worth that. You remember that knee injury? The no-good bastard set up and didn't bother to get in the game? Clubs say that kind of thing to agents. The agents take that beating, that browbeating, and they shelter and hide that from said player. So it never becomes personal. Okay? You know, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. So there's things that the Ravens probably want to say to Lamar, and they won't say, so there's a lack of honesty going on all over the place, too. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 supporters. Finally getting a video out today. Had to put a couple out on the big channel. Make sure you go subscribe over there. I mean, it's a little more controversial, right? Over here, it's much more sporty. But I love talking about this hot stove football stuff. And occasionally, we get some wrestling stuff, UFC stuff, things like that out over here. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.